What is going on, fellas? I am beyond excited for this video because I managed to put a thermal on a Taurus TX22 with the Freedom finger trigger and the Stendo. Stay tuned, let's talk about it. So the gun that you saw in the last clip and this gun right here are actually the exact same gun, and the way we can make that happen is with using a chassis from 9 Lives Defense. I ran the prototype for a while. Finally, they sent over their production model. This thing is super robust, and actually I think this is the only chassis on the market that works with every single TX22 model, because this is the compact and there's not a lot of chassis out there for it. So now we can mount a brace onto this. We can actually grab my AGM Rattler V3 5640 with the laser rangefinder in it, mount it up top, and we can go kill a pig with it. A few more quick things to note. So this TX22 is actually provided by Superior Outfitters out of East Texas. They have 3 locations across East Texas. It's an amazing gun shop. Super cool dudes over there, so make sure to check them out. This TX22, like I said, has an FRT from Freedom finger triggers in here. So even though I can shoot this fast, I am manipulating the trigger or pulling the trigger every single time, so it's completely legal. And on the back, I have a rate reducer, actually, that came with the 9 Lives Defense chassis. It's made out of, I think it's made out of steel, and I can help charge it while it's in the chassis, and it reduces the rate of fire whenever you're using a suppressor. The suppressor I have on here is the Lone Star Scoundrel from Lone Star Silencers. You can pick them up at Shooters, Texas in Terrell, Texas. So make sure to check out that gun shop as well. And then I also added just a little bit of weight with some tire weights on top for a little bit of added weight. I have a whole video talking about making this gun run suppressed with adding a knockoff aimpoint acro, because if you know anything about these guns, they get really finicky with an FRT and a suppressor, but luckily this thing runs now. And then finally, I have a plus 15 round extension from Hahn Solutions. So this thing shoots a total of 28 rounds now. A little pro tip, if you have one of these or even just one of the stock mags, make sure to put a little bit of electrical tape on the back, so whenever you insert it into here, it puts some back pressure, so it, or I guess forward pressure, pushes this mag forward, and then it can lift those rounds up into the chamber, because sometimes they get a little finicky there, even with these stock mags, which actually this has a Wingman +5 extension from Tandemkross, and then I also have a Eagle Claw or Eagle Talon extractor from Tandemkross just to increase reliability, and a Lightning trigger spring. They were out of the actual triggers, so no Tandemkross trigger, but I have a code to Tandemkross down in my campsite page, as well as everything else I will have linked in my campsite page, so make sure to check it out. All right, before I throw my thermal back on here, I put on my little aimpoint acro clone. This is a CV Life red dot. I actually have a whole video talking about how this red dot itself will help your Taurus TX22 run with an FRT and a suppressor, just because of how heavy it is, so make sure to check out that video. I'll also have it linked down in Amazon in the description, and I might have a discount code, so check it out. But anyways, let's quickly run 15 rounds, and then after that, 25 rounds. Butter, and then 25 rounds. Holds 28, I just like to do 25. Uh-oh, little jam. 22 is so finicky. The only ammo I'll use is CCI AR Tactical, or these are CCI Mini Mag Target. You gotta use something rad nose, something copper plated, and in my experience, only high velocity ammo will work, but let's run the rest of this mag. There we go. Full mag right there. Now let's throw on the thermal, sight it in. So my original plan was to grab my Fat Boy tripod and mount it to the bottom of this Picatinny rail, but what I found out was my first shot would be accurate, but the rest of my shots would be recoiling downwards, which was really weird, I guess, from all that added weight. So what I think I'm going to do is just rest on this tripod, which, by the way, this is a Fano tripod. I made a whole video comparing this thing to the Fat Boy, and for the price, I'm actually really impressed with this. Make sure to check out that video. But anyways, I'm just going to rest on this to get it sighted in, and then during the actual hunt, I think I'm just going to freehand it and just try to control it the best I can, because at the end of the day, this is not an accurate gun. This is accuracy by volume. So we're just going to do single shots until we're sighted in, and then we'll see how it goes. So I have not made any adjustments at all in this group, and this is how I'm grouping at 50 yards. So not the best, but like I said, we're going to be shooting 25 rounds within 2 seconds. Hopefully this is good. I'm just gonna shoot a burst and see if it still groups consistently or if it moves higher or lower. One more little product spotlight. This is the McFadden machine speed loader. This saves me so much time and makes me waste so much more ammo, but it's so worth it. It's just, usually it works perfect. I don't know what the issue was there. All right, there we go. But anyways, 25 rounds, let's see how it goes. Definitely gonna have issues because I can't hold it steadily. Maybe I do need to do the tripod. I don't know. Let's go see how we grouped. All right, never mind. We are not gonna be free-handing that because I got groups from here to here and probably even more out there. So I wish I had my fat boy to test it out. I forgot it. So we're just gonna see how it goes. I guess next time you see me, we're gonna go try to kill a pig. All right, fellas, it has been several months since I filmed that part of the video. I haven't killed a pig yet just because I've been tinkering with this thing as much as I can to make it as reliable as possible for when the time comes, it doesn't jam up on me. And on top of that, I just haven't had any successful hunts with it. But tonight we're at a new spot. I know this place carries pigs. It's actually a place we just listed for sale because if you didn't know, I'm a realtor in Texas. I will help you with your home sales, but my bread and butter is East Texas land sales. So if you need my help, make sure to give me a call, text, or an email. My information is down in the description, or I'll just put it right here. But now I need to decide if I'm gonna drive around in the truck on this thing, or I brought my e-bike. If you haven't seen the video on this thing, it's pretty sweet. I'm gonna throw my nods on, see if I can find a pig. Hopefully it's actually a successful night. Oh my gosh, that was a pretty big pig, especially for a 22. I don't know why I didn't go for the head, but I just dumped 25 rounds into an armored shoulder. I don't think he went too far, probably just on the other side of those trees. So we're gonna give it a few minutes and then I'm gonna see if I can find him. All right, I'm in the thick stuff looking for blood. I didn't have to go far. Quickly found some right there. And then I grabbed my thermal binos, look, and he's just right over there, I think, because I'm picking up some heat. I'm gonna quickly run back to the truck, grab my yoke drag just to make it easier pulling him out of all this thick stuff. We're gonna get some pictures taken. Oh my gosh, that is a tank of a pig. He honestly didn't go far. He went probably 20, maybe 30 yards once he hit the tree line, but it's just so thick back here. I'm gonna struggle getting him back up there, but I'm gonna do it. Definitely gonna put the yoke drag to use, but I'm just glad I sealed the deal on this finally. All right, I just flipped him over on the side that I shot him on. He's super dirty, but I can easily see 2 or 3 shots right there that went into his plate, into the lungs. I think a few back here towards the gut. There's probably way more over here, but he just absorbed so many of the shots. All right, finally got him out of the trees. I don't think I've ever worked that hard for a pig, and I don't think I ever will again. But for this one time, totally worth it. I'm just sitting down here getting some pictures taken and reminiscing because 9 months ago, I started this project back in October when it was so hard to find anything TX22 related. A handful of companies decided to help me out. Superior Outfitters, 9 Lives Defense, Hahn Solutions, Tandemkross, Freedom Finger Triggers, a handful of other companies trusted in me because they wanted to see me kill a pig with their products. And literally after thousands of rounds of testing and tuning and trying and failing in the field, came down to this moment. And it was honestly a fun ride, but I'm glad it's over. Now, let's weigh this thing. All right, we got the scale zeroed. We got the pig off the ground. I'm guessing he's gonna be about 170 or 180, but I'm pretty good at undershooting, so Hopefully he's a little bit bigger. We got him barely off the ground, and we are right at 200. Dang, he's a little bigger than I thought he was. I mean, that is definitely what I would call a decent sized pig. Definitely made it challenging, but you know we like challenges around here. If you guys want some discount codes for the stuff I use, make sure to check out my campsite page in the description below. Make sure to support me as much as you can by liking, subscribing, sharing this with your buddies. I hope you enjoyed this as much as I did, and I'll catch you fellas in the next one. See ya.